Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and I just wanted to do a thoughts post on what has been considered to be breaking news right now. And I just wanted to give my thoughts. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be lit up in the comments over it, especially if you are real, actual super fans of him. So let's go ahead and get into it. So obviously, you see the title. This is about Jamie Foxx. And I'm just gonna tell y'all my thoughts on it. That's why this is a thoughts post. I do thoughts posts from time to time. For those of y'all who are new here or haven't been here in a while, whenever I do thoughts posts, I am discussing things that are, random TV shows, certain things that happen within TV shows or movies that I want to discuss specifically. Um, Certain people that are celebrities or just people who are in the area that I live in. It just depends on what is of interest or something that I just want to discuss. And this is a topic that I want to discuss about a celebrity. And it's just, we'll get into it. You'll see why I'm saying it like this. So, anyway, if I'm not mistaken, Jamie Foxx was reported to have had a stroke like at the end of April. Okay, we are in the middle of May now. When everything first happened, we heard about the stroke. Not long after that, we heard that he had the stroke, but he seemed to be recovering um kind of quickly or whatever. Like he was, responding well. And I don't know if they just got him to the hospital in time or in front of a doctor in time. Not sure. But anyway, y'all already know what the speculations are as to why this has happened, or if it is something that happened. Because at this point, it's like I don't even know what to trust. So a lot of people do things for clout. A lot of people do things just to do them. I really don't know at this point. I just can't. Y'all already know that the speculation that's out there is that P. Diddy, what he calls his name? Buddy Love, Brother Love, or something Love, or whatever. Y'all know. Sean Combs is somebody who is said to have been or is currently on the DL, and he has been doing certain things because he is a part of a certain order, if you will, that, it's kind of the only reason why he's still out there like that, why he is still out here thriving, and everybody else who he is around and touches, for the most part, they drowning. I don't know how true that is. That has always been something that has been said, and it just is what it is. So anyway, people are speculating and have speculated that the reason why Jamie Foxx had this stroke is because of his knowledge of his down low ways. He was over here doing interviews and talking about how wild his parties are and the things that he's seen in these parties that P. Diddy or whatever he going by nowadays throws. And now, because everybody's starting to be like, oh, okay, wait a minute now, like he keep on speaking on this too many times. Like every time he talks about it, more information gets leaked. So people are like, okay, is there some truth to this? Like maybe he really is on the DL. Not that I care. I'm just saying. So at this point, people are just looking at Diddy like, okay, well maybe all these people, these women he's been with, they've been beards. And these children have just been a cover up and all this other stuff as well that he's, impregnated the women with. I don't know. It ain't that deep. I'm just like, come on now. Anyway, so apparently the stroke happened and he has been recovering quickly. Now, for those of y'all who already know about my situation with my cousin, I told y'all that my cousin had a stroke. She is like the person in the family you would have never thought anything like this would happen to. And it was so beyond random. Like it really threw everybody in the family for a loop. And she seemed to be recovering fine, but now she literally cannot even take care of herself anymore. Her speech is completely different and all of that. And like she had to, I guess, resign from her job essentially because she can no longer work. She can't do anything. And her different sisters, they take care of her and her mom. And so, like I said, she literally cannot even take care of herself anymore. because she had this stroke. This was a couple of years ago, okay? So I am very sympathetic to situations like that because this is a situation that happened beyond close to home. This is my first cousin. We are the same exact age. And again, this was just something that came out of nowhere. We never thought that would happen to her. So anyway, fast forward to now. We were just told that the family needed everybody to pray and that they are preparing for the worst and all this other stuff. Now keep in mind, this happened in April. Initially, everything happened in April. And then all of a sudden there's somebody, okay, you need to pray for them. The family is preparing for the worst. The family is preparing for the worst. And so we all like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Like every time there was an update, we were just like, oh my gosh, what is really going on? This is crazy. We can't believe this is going on. And now within the last 3 to 5 hours, one of his daughters came from out of literally nowhere and said, my daddy fine. He'd been at the hospital weeks ago. He be outside doing all these activities like a normal person, pretty much. Like he's basically recovered well enough to be outside doing what he want to do and all this other stuff. And so we just was looking like, wait a minute, because right before that, the update that we got when we were being told that the family is preparing for the worst came from someone who we've always seen as a reliable source, Toray. Toray put up on his Instagram and, all of his social media or wherever everything was initially posted, because it has since been deleted. I'm pretty sure the different places that I saw it on before seeing it on his page still has it. They still have a copy of it, but he has since deleted it, where he was saying that he was told by the family that he was told that all of these things are true, that the family is preparing for the worst and that it really is bad over there and it's finna be a wrap. So then out of nowhere, now he has on his page that, the daughter said that her father's fine and all this. And so everybody is in the comment section attacking him. Like, who is your source? How dare you? And all this. Look, I said all this to say this as far as my opinion, because I'm just a random person. But for me, a lot of stuff ain't adding up, because for those of y'all who know me from the things that I've told y'all about my personal relationship with my father, I don't play about my daddy at all. There will be smoke in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, when it comes down to my daddy. I don't play about my daddy, right? Okay, so what I would have never done, because my dad is a normal person. He's not a celebrity. I wouldn't have never sat up there and my daddy had a stroke and he's doing well and he's recovering, but I'm just going to let people come from out of nowhere and just be like, oh, well, we're going to, prepare for the worst because he in hospice care and he going downhill and we done brought the preacher in to sit by the bed and all this other. Like, why would I say any of that? Or why would that be information that's leaked so-called from the family and we're going to let it go on for almost the course of a month without saying something like, no, that's not what's going on here. Definitely keep on praying for my daddy. But what we not finna do is sit up here and say he on his deathbed. To me, that's what everything equated to. My daddy on his deathbed and it's finna be a wrap. He finna go on, get up out of here. He ain't finna make it. That's what everything has come across to me as when it pertains to Jamie Foxx and his health right now, right? So I'm just like, ain't no way I would have sat up here from the end of April up until just a few hours ago and let stories fly like crazy, because I know for the last couple of days they've been talking about, oh, the family said we gotta prepare for the worst. They're preparing for the worst. And I'm talking about this has been at least 12 to 24 hours at least that has been out there. So we all looking like, wait a minute, unless a miracle happens, what is going on here? Like, I thought y'all said that he was making, a little bit of progress here and there, recovering from the stroke. So what is going on? So then the daughter came out of nowhere and was like, he's fine. He been out the hospital for this however many weeks or for weeks, and he outside. He doing things. He's active. And then she said something about how they got news about something coming up, and I was like, that don't add up. That don't add up at all. And my thing is, on one hand, I understand how we should have a right to our privacy, so to speak, but for him to be, basically a public figure, and this information is out there, if this is a narrative that is untrue, you're not going to sit up here and spin this narrative. You're not going to sit up here and say, my daddy on his deathbed, when he's not. I'm going to have somebody, if it's not me, I'm going to have the publicist to put something out there and say, look here, that's untrue. His health is being monitored very closely. Continue to pray for him. That's what was going to be said. You're not going to sit up here and just say my daddy on his deathbed. Like, they really was making it seem like he is finna die at any second now. Like, everybody had been reporting on it saying he gonna die any second now. And then all of a sudden we saw Toray say something. If I think about it, y'all, I'll put what everybody said individually within the video. But yeah, it's been too much. So I'm just like, at this point, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't believe nothing that the daughter is saying, anybody at this point. I'm not believing nothing. He could have been gone the same day all this stuff happened, for all we know. He could have been gone. I don't know. There are a lot of people who are speculating that this situation is just like another celebrity where we saw her being wheeled out of her home in a body bag or with a sheet covering her, the type of sheet or whatever that's covering a person when they're wheeling them out of a place where they are presumed to be deceased. And then all of a sudden it was like, surprise, I'm awake now. We were just like, wait a minute. I don't know. It's too much going on. I don't trust none of it. I'm not going to believe that he is anything until pretty much he says something at this point. Because it's like, I'm sorry. Like I said, I understand wanting to have the right to privacy, but he's a public figure. A lot is going on. And ain't no way you're going to sit up and lie on me like that. Like that's a whole new low. If he really is not sick like that and he's okay, you know what I'm saying? He's, recovering, of course, because stroke is very, very serious. I would, even if you couldn't see my face, I would try my best to have it where you could tell it was my voice and hopefully won't nobody think it's voice generated or whatever. In some way, some kind of way, so that you know it's me. If nothing else, do a 30-second to 1 minute video saying, hey y'all, this is Jamie Foxx. I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get, back into the groove of things, taking everything slow, but I feel good. I'm trying to not let this weigh me down. And this was a very serious situation and whatever, say something so that we know, okay, you really are okay. You really are doing some things. You're doing certain things to kind of try to help heal from what just happened to you, because that's a lot. I just don't believe nothing. I don't believe nothing. I don't believe the daughter. I don't believe nobody, because I'm not understanding why there was no publicist or anybody to say something long before now, because it's making Toray look crazy, because he literally just posted what he said. And then out of nowhere, a couple of hours later, the daughter finally came from out of nowhere and said that her father was fine. Anyway, what do y'all think? Do y'all think, pretty much, what do y'all think? That's the way I'm gonna leave it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all later.